Mr. LZ just bopped him a handful of times, just over and over. But the difference in all of that had to be the fact. Actually, I think, do we have a match right now? Or
this is this
match?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, you know what? We're going to jump right in. So, we have got CHiP versus Jason Waterfalls right now.
1 second. This Kirby is... this Kirby's so good.
What is it? Does he have like an anime face or angry face?
It's like eyebrows and a mustache. It's beautiful, dude. I love this.
Right. Well,
no tux necessary, dude. There's no bodies. Why tux it?
All right. Well, as far as matchup though, what do you think of this matchup? We know what Zero Suit is capable of. We know Kirby can definitely do some pretty good gimps. But
yes,
how does this match play?
I'm going to say Kirby's game is going to be dependent on being off stage and being in the air, not on stage. I don't think Kirby necessarily needs to gain center stage in this matchup as much as Kirby needs to get kind of outer stage. That's where Kirby should definitely strive to be at, because of Kirby's definitely has gimp ability. That back, look at that. Although Jason Waterfall or Z Suit, I guess, has pretty good aerial mobility and recovery, I think that's where Kirby can outbeat or kind of outdo Z Suit. I don't know. What do you think about that? What do you think about?
I think in this matchup, because we've seen Jfalls versus Eudor in SoCal at least. Of course, this isn't Eudor, but the matchup being the same, you'll see Zero Suit, who has all these mobility options, very good way to tech most things. But I think what this matchup's going to come down to is, with the mobility that Zero Suit has, I think we might even see a more grounded Kirby to get tech chases and that hammer.
That 101.
Just, oh, that explosion. 101%.
And he just like rushed in with it. Just,
yeah.
No momentum. I mean, all momentum. Let's go. So, yeah, like you were saying, it's going to be, again, this is no Eudor, but
CHiP's still a very solid player.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Grab armor.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, he's not able to get that. Okay.
Looking for it. And that's the other thing we were talking about. You have the recovery of Zero Suit. Phenomenal recovery. But Kirby, back air is an amazing edge guard tool. Nair is an amazing edge guard tool. But the awareness that we have to have from Jason Waterfalls to be able to take stocks and not have to worry about edge guards like that back air, going to help him out.
Yeah, I think it's what it comes down to is CHiP needs to beat Jason's, or kind of not get totally swamped up by Jason's stage mobility and movement, and Jason can't get gimped essentially by Kirby. That's, I think, what it mainly comes down to, because Kirby takes hits, and the hits that Kirby takes are really strong.
Let's stay at the end of this. All right, there's the down throw, and also we're seeing a lot of down throws coming from Jason Waterfalls. The proper DI for that is down and away, I believe, and ooh, the cheeky up B. And that is a true spike. Definitely a true spike. And real quick, we're going to have Moosewad swap off with SoCal's very own Machiavelli. But this match still going on. Nice back air. Jfalls snuffs him out with the good back air. That'll take a stock. We're back to 1 stock apiece. Still 5 minutes left here. All right, Nair. Still good spacing from Jason Waterfalls. Those back airs on shield definitely safe.
All right, here I am. So, it's been probably a while since Jason Waterfalls has had to fight a Kirby. And I don't know what relevant Zero Suits there are in Arizona, so it's interesting to see this go so close. CHiP is a really good Kirby.
Absolutely.
Second only to Eudor. I had the opportunity to play CHiP in a best-of-5 at Rewired. And that set went a lot closer than I thought it would, considering how much Kirby experience I've got. So I was really impressed by him. And it's not actually that surprising to see him go toe-to-toe with Jason Waterfalls here. No, that's Suit's going to live.
Could. Oh, nope, doesn't get it.
And when you're talking the edge guard, edge guarding Kirby is very tricky.
Right. And that's the other thing, too. We're talking about even the edge guard that Kirby would have to do for Zero Suit. Zero Suit essentially almost having 3 jumps. Ooh.
That's it.
Wow. Jfalls a little upset, but very close.
I think Kirby died off the top there. But
sure. I don't know if I saw the bubble go away. Very close. Very, very close. Now, already we have Battlefield insta-banned by CHiP. Where do you think Jfalls is going to want to go?
Okay, if I was picking against Kirby, Wario might actually be a really good pick.
Okay.
No, yeah, well, that's gone now. Green Hill?
Small stages. Okay.
I don't know. I can see this working. There might be a better one. I haven't really contemplated this matchup a whole lot, so it's hard to say. But so far, he's starting off strong. 45%. It's really good to have. Uh-oh.
Ooh, this could be big for Chip.
Oh my goodness, that could have killed either.
Really pixel perfect.
Woo. Okay.
Gets a reverse hit of the fair, though. Ends up going backwards.
So let's see.
So what?
The offstage, I feel like Kirby should be able to edgeguard Zero Suit with like a drop down nair or something like that. Or at least Kirby's capable of doing it.
Right.
Maybe a drop down bear. Yeah. No. But edgeguarding Kirby is hard, and it's not necessarily you need a disjoint. You just need to know where to throw out the hitbox, catch him in the middle of his up B, and you need to get lucky with your timing, honestly. I mean, I've fought Kirby more than almost anyone, and I still am not able to edgeguard him consistently.
Has a lot of mix-ups. Between the multiple jumps, the up B, it can be pretty difficult. Now, this smaller stage, though, why do you think Jfalls ended up going here?
Well,
what does he gain?
For one, like any other character might have been dead there, but not Zero Suit.
Oh,
took him down. Excellent. That was fantastic.
Great trade from Jfalls. Nice stuff.
All right, Jason's thinking. He's taking this seriously.
Yeah, and like we were talking earlier, Jfalls had a little bit of a rough patch recently with a few matches, but he's definitely looked to come back, reinvent a little bit of his play style, and still continue to progress.
Yeah, because of work, he wasn't able to attend a whole lot of tournaments for a good period of time, and it's a little rusty.
But still, nonetheless, going toe-to-toe right now with Chip, needs to get back, and does.
Round 3. So this might be just before semis or quarters.
Right, good tech chase from Chip. Oof.
Every match in winners counts as 2 matches in losers. So it's people talk that losers is the most important bracket, but if you can win a tournament from winners, you have to do half the work. Half. If you're in losers, you got to fight twice as many people, and honestly, I wouldn't go so easy on winners bracket. You should hold on to that as hard as you can while you've got it.
All right, Chip taking a breather. 11%, still very doable from both ends.
All right, so Jason Waterfall's DI was looking a little scared, which makes sense. It let Chip get a few extra hits in. 30% is not a whole lot. But if Zero Suit keeps DIing like that, it could end up really bad.
All right, there it is. Great. Always pulling Kirby back down for these tech chases.
Uh-oh. Catches him out of the up B. I wonder if that was a missed input on Chip's part.
Yeah, probably didn't want to fly right into Jfalls on that.
I think a lot of Kirbys, when they start out, feel like that's a pretty good option for them.
Very aggressive with it.
I don't know. It's not an actually good thing to do. Approaching a dash attack, not a really good thing to do. Burst movement is kind of tricky like that for newer players. Like Squirtle, for example. It's very easy to start off as a Squirtle player in the lower levels of the meta and use a lot of side B.
Right.
But, for example, I feel like when I fight Dirt Boy in the money matches that we've had, I've like punished him every time he's used side B, which is probably not something he's totally used to outside of like his very common friendlies opponents back in his own region.
Right.
I know, for example, with Ivysaur, I'm able to get away with a lot of burst movement like my up air against people that don't play me a lot. And it reinforces my habit of doing so. When I fight someone like Yador or even Jason Waterfalls or Venom, those players are very, very likely to punish me for using up air very often.
Right. And that's one of the great things that we're seeing right now. You know, we've got out-of-state players coming from Arizona, and, you know, we're seeing all these different aspects. Like we've got here Chip, I Love Bagels, Blue, all sorts of different players, different play styles, come from a different region where there's different dominance of specific characters. And, you know, this, once again, this is not Yador, which Jfalls is more than likely used to facing Yador's Kirby, but Chip.
Yeah, there's some distinct differences.
Right.
I like the fact that they're both very aggressive Kirbys. That makes them more fun to play against.
Right.
One thing that surprised me when I played Chip, and I'm curious if it's still an aspect of his gameplay now, is when he would start a combo on me in the air, he would not let up. He would hold forward, he would hold the control stick in my direction, press jump if I was above him, and just mash the A button. Just chase me down like a mad dog. And that was something that Yador doesn't really do. Once he lands what he understands to be the combo finisher, he doesn't usually try to follow up. He just kind of lands back on the stage, gets ready to start another string. But
he tries to force
CHiP,
his will.
Once the combo's over, CHiP doesn't usually stop. He keeps chasing you, and it was quite distracting for me to have to deal with. I wasn't used to it at all. I'll be curious to hear what Jason Waterfalls feels different about this Kirby as opposed to Eudor's. 1-1.
Still
this
80%.
is last game.
All right, now another sweet spot back air should be the stock, especially towards the edge right now.
He's fishing.
He takes to the platform.
All right, yeah, good on Jason Waterfalls to end up dodging that dash attack. He was probably looking to attack it, but if you can't do that, at least don't get hit. Ooh, nice. I like that option.
SDI's out of the up tilt.
It's similar to, you know, shining off of a tech as a spacey. Her up tilt comes out like what?
Frame 3. Frame 3.
Yeah, so if you can tech and then mash up tilt, that sounds fantastic. It worked really well there.
Got the balloon on the way down. This could be a big punish for Jfalls.
No, Kirby's too floaty. That combo did not get him a whole lot.
Right.
And, you know, percent matters here because you're not going to be like comboing into your finishers as Zero Suit on Kirby. You're going to need to land something raw, so every little bit of damage helps.
Right, we might, if anything, we'll see like a down throw, but for the most part, we're going to see like a forward air or a back air finisher. Ooh. Just barely makes it back, and the reverse hit again to the forward air.
He was so at risk of being spiked by Kirby's up B there. 113. He needs a little bit of damage here. It's going to be hard for CHiP to set up.
He's going to need.
He's probably going to
F smash read or something.
Down throw is one of the more reliable things to do at any percent if nothing else starts working. All right, so he's going to go for an edge guard. No.
Oh,
is that going to be it?
Could be.
No.
No, it's definitely coming back.
Yeah, Jason Waterfalls didn't push that. I feel like he should have pushed it with this percent lead that he's got. Uh-oh. A tipper backer might actually kill Kirby if his DI isn't on point.
Right, and right now with CHiP, despite having a bit of a
CHiP needed the down throw. Down throw, I think a good down throw read would have ended that much, much sooner.
And once again, despite CHiP having a bit of a deficit, has maintained his aggression, like you were saying. A pretty aggressive Kirby.
Yeah.
Still trying to put as much pressure as he can on Jfalls.
These fairs from Jfalls are just sneaking in, and that's hurting CHiP so much. The momentum is slipping away. He's gone.
Jfalls takes it 2-1.
Now they got to shake hands from across this little table setup that we've got.